Hi dear students. So as we have discussed the Lenz's law, we have seen that the applied energy, the externally applied energy is formed into the form, or it's converted into the form of heat energy there. So in this section we will discuss those things in more detail. So that is the energy consideration, a quantitative study. For that purpose, we have to consider the diagram. There is a figure 6.10. So you are having a loop PQRS where only the PQ, that bar, is movable, and the resistance of that bar, that PQ bar, it is actually R. So if you are moving the PQ, the bar, with the velocity of V towards the RS, then actually there are the magnetic field is there that is acting towards inside. Okay, the direction is into the plane, and if the induced EMF value in this conductor PQ by its motion, if it is EMF, if it is epsilon, then as you know, the resistance value of the conductor PQ, it is R. So the voltage or induced EMF divided by R will be is equal to the induced current value I. And in the last case, we have studied that the epsilon will be is equal to minus of d phi by dt, where d phi is equal to b into or b dot a. B dot a here, as the length it is L and breadth it is x, the b dot a will be is equal to b into L into x. So d by dx of b into L into x, sorry, here this value will be x and this will be L, where as the time changes only the x value is changing, the L is fixed. So d by dt of b into L into x, which will be is equal to b into L into d by dt of x. Actually the x is changing with the velocity of v, that means the movement of the bar is with the velocity of v. So we can say the phi will be is equal to, sorry, epsilon will be is equal to b into L into v. So here the epsilon value you can substitute in the I is equal to epsilon by R equation, which will be is equal to b into L into v divided by R. Now let us consider the force exerted on the loop due to the external magnetic field. You know that the equation for that one is F is equal to I into L into B sine theta, where theta we are considering as 90 degree. So F will be is equal to I into L into B. This is the equation to obtain the force over a current carrying loop due to an external magnetic field, where the I value we have already derived as B into L into V by R. So you can substitute the B into L into V by R value over there. So which F will be is equal to BLV by R into L into B. So which will be is equal to B square L square V divided by R. So now we are having the F value. Now actually we have to find out, or we have to prove that the exerted energy is converted into the form of the heat energy. So as we have to find out the energy value, from the force value we have to reduce the or introduce the value of the power. Power is actually the work by time. Work is actually force into displacement. So force into displacement by time, that is the power is equal to work by time, where work is equal to, by Newtonian mechanics, F into d by t, where d by t is actually v, so which will be equal to F into v. So here P will be equal to F into v. Here F value is equal to B square L square V by R into V will be equal to BL V the whole square by R. This is actually the entire power required to do the movement, or for moving the PQ, rod PQ from one point to another end of that loop. This exerted power is converted into the heat energy. So we are having the current and R values. The heat energy can be introduced as P is equal to I square into R, where the I value is actually BLV by R. So BLV by R the whole square into R, which will be as is equal to BLV the whole square divided by R. So the heat energy value and the entire power. So we can say the source energy completely converted into the heat energy. So as we are trying to move the rod PQ towards the left direction, there will be the formation of the induced current, and this induced current will in the direction to reduce the magnetic flux change over there on the conductor. Or we can say the magnetic moment of the induced current will be in the opposite direction of the magnetic flux over the conductor. So the exerted energy will be converted into the heat energy. Here this exerted energy or the power is equal to BLV the whole square by R. And using the equation for obtaining the heat energy in the current carrying conductor, that is P is equal to I square R, substituting the values we have found, the heat energy value also will be is equal to BLV the whole square by R. Okay, BLV the whole square by R. So both are identical, we can say both are identical. Now as we know, epsilon is equal to d phi by dt. Epsilon is equal to d phi by dt. And also in terms of or using the Ohm's law, epsilon will be is equal to I into R, where I is equal to dq by dt, okay, into R. So comparing both the right hand sides of this equation, that is d phi by dt and dq by dt into R, So we can say on the left hand side as both are equal, so d phi by dt will be is equal to dq r by dt. So we can see that the numerator is equal, so hence the denominator is equal, so the numerators will be also equal. So d phi will be is equal to dq into r, hence dq can be written as d phi by r. So if the magnetic flux, the rate of change of magnetic flux if it is given, and if it is asked to find out the change in current, the charge value, then you have to just divide it with the displacement or the distance value. D phi by r will be is equal to dq. So the next topic, that is the eddy current. The explanation for that topic will be sent you shortly, so just go through the textbook. And eddy current is actually a theory portion only. Most of the things we have discussed earlier, the continuation only, or the we can say the repetition only there, repetition as well, some more ideas are there. So just to go through that portion, and we will discuss the eddy current shortly. Okay, so thank you.